When I was younger, my uncle used to burn random games for me for my modded Xbox, and at some point I ended up with Lollipop Chainsaw, and I was fucking obsessed with this game. Look, in my defense, I was like 9, and this was like the coolest fucking thing ever. And eventually, I also had a modded Wii, and I remember briefly playing No More Heroes, but after playing Lollipop Chainsaw quite recently, I decided to pick up a copy for my Wii and my PC. And all the footage that I'm going to use in this video is all going to be from the PC version. And this is also after the PC patches, considering before these patches, the PC ports were a really buggy mess. But the games have been cleaned up quite a bit. All three of them, in fact. Enough of that, let's talk about what is probably one of the most well-known games from the creative mind of Suda51. No More Heroes. Now, I would say Suda51's catalog is a little less on the well-known side, No More Heroes probably being the most well-known Suda51 game, but he also has stuff as Michigan Report from Hell, and also Superfire Pro Wrestling 3 Final Bout. You know, classics. You know, what's Suda's known for? Totally not anything else. Jokes aside, let's seriously talk about No More Heroes. No More Heroes is the story of an otaku named Travis Touchdown, and after getting really drunk at a bar one night, he's tricked into joining an assassin ladder after taking a job to kill a guy named the Drifter. And now that he's number 11 on the ladder, he needs to fight his way to be number 1. And as soon as you hit play, you get to see Travis leave his apartment. He even does the cool little, he even whistles the No More Heroes theme as he steps down the stairs. I like this part every time I play. It's kind of, it's cool. And after hopping onto his bike, he's off to the 10th ranked fight, where he subsequently crashes his bike through the front gate, killing 3 guards. Aura. And this is where we first get control of Travis. You do get a little tutorial here that explains everything, but I do want to use this time to talk about No More Heroes' combat system. See, it's defined by high and low attacks. High attacks are done by pressing the Y button, and low attacks are done by pressing the X button. And enemies are able to block in a certain direction, so you know, you gotta hit them in the other direction. If they're blocking low, you gotta hit them high, and if they're blocking high, you gotta hit them low. Yada yada. And also, once you drain these enemies' health bar down to 0, you'll get a prompt to do a death blow where an arrow will show in a direction, you press the right stick in that direction, and Travis will promptly cut them down. And this spins a little slot machine at the bottom of the screen. The slot machine is how you get your power-ups. And when the slots spin, you're able to get 1 of 5 power-ups if the correct things line up. So let's go in order. The first one being Strawberry on the Shortcake, which essentially gives you a Super Saiyan power-up. It allows you to one-shot any enemy, and then when you go to death blow them, the arrow will be spinning. You could just flick it in any direction and immediately kill them. Next is Blueberry Cheese Brownie, which puts an aiming reticle on your screen for you, and you're allowed to essentially throw projectiles. It's kind of like a shooting reticle, but the reticle is moved with the walking stick. So, it's a little weird. It's not too bad. And it allows you to one-shot any enemy it touches. Unless it touches these guys with other beam katanas, they take a few hits. Third up, we got my personal favorite, Cranberry Chocolate Sundae. All the colors drained from the screen, and Travis can only walk. However, when he walks up to enemies, he's given a button prompt, and if he does the correct button prompt, he instantly kills them in some kind of flashy way. But if he presses the wrong button, instead he like just taunts them. This is just cool. It's just cool. I don't know more you what. Next is Cherry, which just allows Travis to move and swing his beam katana fast. I feel like this one's the most common. At least when I was playing, I got it the most. And lastly, the coveted Anarchy in the Galaxy, which is the rarest and requires you to get a 777. And the main ability of these 777s is if you have a 7 stored, because you're able to get 3 of them, if you get a 7, you're able to press a button to clear out an entire room of enemies.
Are you prepared? Huh? Anarchy in the Galaxy!
Or you can save the 7s till the very end for an extra cash. A quick side note though, I have no fucking clue what the button on PC is. I believe it might be select or the back button on an Xbox controller, but I literally can't find it listed anywhere. The other part of the combat system is the punch and the kick. The punch is a high attack and the kick is a low attack. Both of these are used to stun your enemies so you can grab them for your wrestling moves. And the wrestling moves are performed by whenever you see an enemy with stars over their head, you press B, you grab them, and then you flick both sticks in whatever direction the arrows are showing. Sometimes there's one set of arrows, sometimes there's two. It's fun. It's cool. It's kind of my favorite part of the game is watching Travis do wrestling moves on bosses. Did I say Travis? Wrestling moves do a lot of damage, and they can either kill your opponent by having your beam katana land on them after the move ends, or they'll just lay there on the floor and you're able to walk up to them and press a button prompt to just instantly kill them. No More Heroes combat system is more on the simpler side. It's not all that complicated and there isn't a whole lot going on. And I enjoy No More Heroes combat a good bit. Except for these fuckers. I hate these guys with guns. Especially in free fight missions. Oh my god. Especially the one on the beach. Grasshopper, what the fuck? Listen to that guy get all worked up. At least that's not me. Oh, that's right. There's no other missions in the game where the slots work outside of ranked fight missions. It is literally one of the stupidest fucking things. There's only 10 ranked fight missions in the entire game. And outside of that, you have no other areas where you're able to use them. Sure, there's some assassination missions you can do that let you use some of these power-ups. And before I move on, there's actually one more mechanic I forgot to talk about. The Dark Step, which has a decent bit of stuff going on for it. The move is performed by locking onto your enemy and moving the right stick left or right just as you're about to get hit by an enemy. And this will put a little question mark above the enemy's head, and this will cause everything to slow down and Travis is allowed to just wail on his enemy for a second. It's kind of like Witch Time. And shout out to this 5-year-old video, but I learned that after Travis blocks an attack, whatever way his hand is placed is actually the direction you need to turn in order to get a dark side step. So I'm going to put the comment on the screen. Shout out to this guy. Thank you for this valuable information for the next time I play. Now that we got all the combat stuff out of the way, we can move on to what's happening in the game. We fight our way through the mansion until we reach death metal, and Travis talks a big game, but as we fight, you can hear Travis's inner monologue as he realizes he's in way over his head and there's no way out now, even repeating over and over, can't find the exit. I'm gonna let a bit of Travis's monologue play.
Perfect life. It's the life of winners. That'll be my life. Like me. What else can I do? Maybe I should have been a little more careful before I jumped in. Paradise. But I can't see anything. There's this sense of doom running down my spine like it's trying to suck the life out of me. I need to get rid of it before I bail. Something huge.
And for the most part, the bosses in this game, gameplay-wise, aren't all that interesting. And that's fine, because the bosses are able to make up for it both thematically and design-wise. The bosses have cool boss themes, they have cool designs, they fight you in maybe an interesting area, or they just shit-talk Travis before a fight, and you gotta love it. After the fight with Death Metal, Sylvia shows up with her cleaners to help dispose of the body, and tells Travis there's no backing out now. And he's number 10, and no matter what, people will keep coming for him. And he says,
I
So what you're telling me is that I gotta continue fighting. There's no way out of this. You set me up, bitch.
I don't know what it is about Robin Atkins Downs' delivery as some lines as Travis. They they just get me good. But in Travis's infinite wisdom, we see him ask Sylvia if she'll do it with him if he reaches number 1. And she tells him maybe, maybe not. And we cut back to Travis getting ready at his apartment. Before then, meeting with Sylvia in her limo where she fills in Travis on the 9th ranked assassin and tells him the entry fee is going to be 150,000 LBs. And I'm going to take a minute to talk about the open world and the jobs you do for money. There's 2 types of jobs: part-time jobs you get from the job center, and assassination jobs you get from K Entertainment. The part-time jobs are always the boring stuff like carrying coconuts and filling up cars with gas. You need to do these jobs because Travis is a bum and he needs money, but also they help you unlock the rest of the assassination fights. So, that's probably important. There's nothing really to say about the assassination gigs, as usually they are go kill people, and there's not much to say about that, I guess. Some of them have interesting gimmicks, like letting you use a certain power up, or there's a gimmick of killing 100 guys, or the camera is upside down for one of them. But it's hard to say anything particularly interesting because they just kind of kill a bunch of people. I don't know what you want me to say, but that's fine. It's fun. It's good fun. It's simple combat. It's filler. That's okay. And this is where most of the fun is. Despite the assassination jobs being very fun, I do kind of enjoy the part-time jobs quite a bit, especially the mowing grass one. I don't know why. And for the open world stuff, there's a few things to do, like free fight missions where you have to defeat enemies without taking damage. You have Thunder Ryu's building where you can work out to get a little more health, do more damage, and learn extended combos with your beam katana. The last big thing in the open world is collecting Lovika. Detour from the editing bay here. I have no clue how I mispronounced Lovikov so bad, and how I didn't catch it. It's Lovikov. Lovika balls, which you turn into Lovika, and he gives you different power-ups like the ability to run in the open world, which is actually really fucking helpful. I cannot believe I beat the game the first time without getting this power-up, because this made getting shit like other Lovika balls and extra t-shirts, which you get from dumpsters, by the way. It also gives you other power-ups like extending your grab range, or being able to jump to downed enemies to kill them instead of having to them and press a button. The very last thing in the open world that you'll only touch here and there is Naomi's lab, which is where you get new beam katanas and upgrades for said beam katanas. You're only going to be here like a few times in the game, but it is still there. And these beam katanas, by the way, are fucking expensive, especially if you get the last one. I have footage of me playing for an hour because I spent all of my money, and I was trying to get it back because I spent it on the last beam katana. After you get enough money, you deposit it at the ATM, head back to your apartment, and Sylvia lets you know where the next ranked fight is. And so we're off to fight.
Listen to my song.
Man, I fucking love these intros for the bosses. It is truly my favorite part of this game. And it is probably the most well-known part of this game, because you see people use stuff like this in other videos that don't even talk about No More Heroes. To reach the ranked fight with Dr. Peace, you gotta fight your way through the Destroy Stadium, and even get to play a little batting minigame here and there with enemies. And it's pretty fun, but it works way better with the Wiimote than it does just normal controls. Just before you reach the boss fight at the very end, Sylvia will always call Travis, mostly to taunt him, say she expects him to die. But you're given a bathroom to save, you're given a little container with health, a little container with battery in it, just to top you off before the boss fight. And you're able to find a luchador mask, which will teach you a new wrestling move that you will most likely be able to use on the boss. I'm not going to go super in-depth on Travis as a character. I think that's better saved for its own video later. And also, other people have done it far better than I probably could. So, but I do want to touch on a few things. As we step out onto the field, we hear Dr. Peace singing, and in this pre-fight banter between him and Travis, we get to hear a man who's very stuck in his ways and doesn't know how to walk away from the life he's created for himself, even if he wants to. And Travis walks away from this fight with his head low. He's still not comfortable taking others' lives, even if he may act like it beforehand.
In my entry fee, no doubt.
My ex-wife called me the other day, and I met my daughter for the first time in 10 years. We dined at a fancy restaurant, one of those that are impossible to get a reservation for. And then afterwards, karaoke.
Who got you the reservation?
The association took care of it, of course.
Fuck. My entry fee.
What's important is not the fact the reservations are hard to get. In fact, no one gets reservations. The words reservations only apply only to those outside of the circle. It's getting into that circle that matters.
And the food. Good?
Unfortunately, the atmosphere was a facade. Not once did my own daughter look me in the eye. Oh, the food tasted like blood.
You're a junkie for blood, old man.
Sadly, I can't disagree. There's only one way to live. People like us, we're sharks attracted to blood. You smelled blood too, didn't you? Isn't that why you're here?
Congratulations. You are now ranked number 9.
What'd you expect?
Wait a minute. Are you getting a little sentimental? Still green, aren't you? You know this is only the beginning.
Call me when the next one's arranged.
He's still not used to it once it actually happens. The fight itself is pretty simple. He'll shoot at you, and he also has a charged draw shot, which will knock you back a good distance and also do a pretty chunk of damage. You get to try out your new wrestling move if you stun him, and you just wail on him till it's over. So next we have...
What's that in your hand? A toy?
The lead up to the fight with Shinobu has you fighting your way through Destroy High School, and you'll run into guys with flaming bats who will, if they hit you, will set you on fire and you have to go find a fire extinguisher to put yourself out. And then later on, when the sprinklers are set off, Travis's beam katana shorts on him and he has to fucking hobble his way to go turn them off because it's shocking him. Once we reach the top floor, Shinobu tells us to wait a second, and she kills all her classmates just to keep her occupation as an assassin secret. And Shinobu is probably my personal favorite, or my second personal favorite, between her and another boss we'll get to later. The way that everything for Shinobu is framed like an old Japanese samurai movie, and even plays on those same cliches sometimes, is really good. I even like this fight. Sometimes Shinobu's not fucking around, and this fight truly feels more different than the next boss. And I think this fight also helps give insight to Travis as a character some more. Before the fight, as they're walking to the old school building, Travis doesn't do anything to her while her back's turned. He doesn't strike her down as easily as he could, commenting on it's not as easy when your opponent's just as bloodthirsty as you are. And then this fight even ends with him leaving her alive because she's simply not worth him killing, and him killing for the sake of it isn't up his alley. And I think this is another thing that gives insight to the two sides of Travis we see at all times. A lot of the time before the fight, he's shit-talking, but by the time the fight is over, he is a little more somber or doesn't walk away with the same gloat he walked in with. The Shinobu fight is truly fun, though. I have to touch on this a little more. Shinobu can fuck your shit up if you're not ready. She's fast, she hits pretty hard, she also has an insta-kill move. You gotta be a little more ready, especially coming off of Dr. Peace. This shit was an eye-opener. You gotta make sure you are ready for this. Next, we have the one, the only...
Come and get some.
Destroy Man's level kind of sucks. I have nothing to talk about. I don't really enjoy much of this level at all. So let's just get right to the meat and potatoes of the situation. Travis reaches the boss room and it's littered with corpses, and the only person in there is a mailman standing in the middle talking about people's complaints. And when the camera focuses on him, it's shaking, almost like the warning that something worse is hiding behind him. And it's right. It's fucking Destroy Man. Oh. And we see Destroy Man prey on Travis's naivety not once, but twice.
I just need you to look the other way for a second.
A second.
Yes, just a split second. I don't think it's too much to ask. Deal?
Then we can get on with our fight?
That is correct.
All right.
Oh, damn it.
Whoa! That was close. For a second there, I forgot that you were a killer.
Sorry if I scared you. I didn't mean to do that. Something's wrong with me today.
I let my guard down. Getting sloppy. I gotta stay on my toes.
You mind if I ask you something?
Yeah, what is it, Mr. Cosplay?
We're both assassins, right? Why do we have to kill each other anyway? If you ask me, it's absolutely meaningless.
It's about determining who's best. That's what it's about.
Can't argue with that. Well then, let's get started.
What? You want to shake hands?
We're both fighters, aren't we? Not killers, at least for now. This is a sign of sportsmanship, that we respect each other before and after the fight. Good luck.
Likewise.
Destroy Spark.
To try and get the jump and kill him first. And Travis even notices that he's getting sloppy and letting his guard down. Moving on to the fight itself, again, it's a pretty simple boss fight. After losing about a quarter of his health though, Destroy Man will get lifted into the air by a cable, and there's a bunch of switches around the room that all have a flashing light on them, and you gotta get him to destroy one of them, and he'll fall to the ground if you destroy the right one, and you just wail on him for the rest of the fight till you win. And at the very end of the fight, for one last time, Destroy Man tries getting the jump on Travis. Leading us next to, the level again isn't super crazy to talk about. You fight your way across the beach, but Holly Summers is another important milestone for Travis in his journey. He opens the fight like this.
Do you like fighting?
Yep.
Do you like killing?
Live for it.
Do you like fear?
Can't say. Never felt it.
Do you accept death?
Death? Never crossed my mind.
Death is the only truth. You are still a mere bud.
That's not a good thing, you know. Seeking meaning in everything. Especially killing. That's a bad habit among smart little girls these days.
Come closer and you will understand everything.
I'm ready. Anywhere, anytime.
Just your ordinary assassin. Such a disappointment.
Are you in the mood yet? Normal assassins don't shoot the shit like this. They see their target and kill them.
And then goes on to end the fight like this.
Forgive me, number 6. I never meant to shame you.
Not a very smooth victory there, Travis. But a win is a win. That's all that matters. I hate to award you this, but you are now 6th in rank.
What was her name?
That is not important anymore.
You're right. But I owe her at least that.
Holly Summers, born in...
No. Just her name.
And Travis starts to understand what death metal and Shinobu were trying to teach him. Death is the only truth as an assassin. It's kill or be killed. And now he's in so deep, he can't possibly hope to turn around. During this fight with Holly Summers, there's a bunch of holes in the ground that you can fall into. And if you do, you have to do a little button mashing minigame to get out of it. Otherwise, there's not much to say. She has a missile barrage she can launch at you, but you chase her down, You don't fall in a hole, you wail on her, you win. Which brings us to my favorite fight in the game.
Minus 10 seconds!
Cycle ratio 100%.
T minus 7 seconds!
Cycle ratio 140%.
T minus 5 seconds!
Maximum output. Critical point exceeded.
T minus 3, 2, 1! Eat this!
Oh yeah. We do get to meet Henry, who will show up later. I'm not talking about the level to this fight though, because it is straight up a fucking hallway, and it sucks. I hate everything about the Let's Shake, everything about Let's Shake. So whatever. What's next on the list?
Let's see what you're made of, country boy.
Travis fights his way through the train station, and once he boards the train, he gets a little bored, and instead we have a bullet hell minigame to play through. And it's pretty fun. And once you beat it, we arrive at our destination to fight Harvey. Story-wise, Harvey does nothing for Travis. But this fight is kinda cool. I'm just a fucking sucker for magic though. The real gimmick of this fight is that Harvey can invert your camera, and he can also trap Travis in a box. That's kind of it. that's it. That's literally it. You run around, you have your camera inverted sometimes, you gotta mash your way out of a box. But you wail on Harvey, you call it a day. His assistants strap him down to the same thing Travis got brought onto stage for at the start, and he's cut in half. And with the death of Harvey, Travis has taken far too much. So it's time for him to lose something in return. With the introduction of
Fuck you, you little prick.
Travis boards a bus to Speed City, and I genuinely don't know where these guys he keeps fighting on the bus are coming from, like at all. But you know, whatever. As we arrive in Speed City, we see Speedbuster already engaged in battle against Travis's master, Thunder Ryu. And as the laser lets up and Thunder Ryu tells Travis to back off, this is his fight, he's promptly distracted by Jean, Travis's cat, and killed. Travis has taken far too much from the assassins, and he has finally lost something in return. And this is only something that will keep going with these games. Travis has to fight his way through this wide alleyway street. I think it's a street. And we gotta break down some flimsy doors to make sure we get out of the way of Speedbuster's laser. She just sits at the end of the street shooting her laser and over again. And if you get caught in the laser, you gotta mash your way out of it, and it'll drain a shit ton of your battery, so you gotta be real careful. But reaching the end of the street, or the end of the hallway on the left, we get to knock down a bunch of telephone poles on top of Speedbuster's laser. And that's it. Travis walks away from this fight only saying 2 words. 2 more to go. Bringing us to the next fight, and my personal favorite, maybe next to Shinobu.
You think you're bad, don't ya?
And surprisingly, we're headed back to Destroy Stadium. Except this time, we're driving Travis's bike around on the field and running over guys until we kill them all, and a little hatch opens on the floor. We can finally come face to face with Bad Girl. And Bad Girl is probably my second favorite, or my favorite next to Shinobu. I'm still not sure. But everything I love about this fight, the theme, the arena you're fighting in, everything Bad Girl represents, she is essentially what Travis could have become if he kept going down this life and didn't have anybody to help teach him anything. Nobody like Death Metal or Shinobu or Holly Summers. You're also able to find out that the people she is batting when we first walk into the room aren't people but are clones. So she's making people just to kill them. I don't know how fucked up that is. You can decide on that one. Just like I said with Shinobu, Bad Girl will stat check you if you have not been upgrading, and she can also bat the guys in the gimp outfits at you, so there's extra enemies on the field that can just be an annoyance. She also has a one-hit move.
Now die, you bastard!
A one-hit move that you will probably fall for. She will fall down onto her knees and she will start crying. And when I went to go re-record for this, to get all this footage, I fucking fell for it again because I forgot about it. And it's pretty easy to get caught off guard the very first time. You know, you learn your lesson afterwards, but damn. As the fight comes to a close, Travis sticks his beam katana in her stomach.
Naughty girls need spankings.
Maybe you forgot. I'm a bad girl. I won't lose. I will never lose.
I give up. You win.
Yes, I've won.
Yes.
On behalf of Sylvia Crystal, I am here to tell you that you are now officially ranked second.
Thanks. That was a close one. Almost didn't make it.
It was a fine fight, sir.
Shit, that was close.
But that doesn't stop her. She whacks him over the head with her bat, knocks him to the ground, and just keeps wailing on him. She's gonna win. And she doesn't stop until Travis says he gives up and she won. And then she slouches over and dies on top of him. Or does she? As she falls over and dies, Travis gets up, the cleaners show up. And for the first time, Travis sounds like he's truly afraid he was gonna die. He falls over in exhaustion. Didn't think he was gonna make it. And finally, we're at the very end. We're against...
Welcome to my castle.
You get this cool little bike section, which kind of reminds me of the bike section at the end of Midgar from Final Fantasy VII. And I think it's fun. You get to ram some guys off the road. You haven't really got to do anything on Travis's bike other than drive around Santa Destroy and drive around in the stadium that one time. But it ends with Travis crashing over the wall into a spooky forest, where he has the ghost of Thunder Ryu telling him which direction is the correct way, leading us to the final fight of the game, Dark Star, who's dun 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 Travis's father. And are you fucking serious? Can people stop taking our kills? And so we're face to face with the final, real final boss of No More Heroes 1, Jean, Travis's half sister. And we get the funniest fucking last minute explanation dump.
It's not anymore. You killed him, didn't you?
Yes. And that's why you became an assassin. To kill me.
Now I get it. All those fights. It was for this. I lost everything that I ever cared about. That bitch took everything.
I can help you to get even.
She's a good con artist, that's for sure. She set up some killer fights.
So you and I finally meet. You should thank Sylvia.
Jean, there's just one thing I want to ask you. Who are you?
Me? You don't need to know. All of your trivial questions will be answered in the afterlife.
Answer me!
It's impossible.
Impossible! What do you mean?
It's too terrible. It alone would jack up the age rating of this game even further.
So what? Who cares?
What if the game gets delayed? You don't want this to become No More Heroes forever, do you?
All right. I'll fast forward this so you can tell me.
Okay. I'll make it short and quick.
You are my half-brother. You know that manga called Miyuki? The Japanese one? Well, it's like that. Your father abandoned my mother to run off with your mother. It broke her heart beyond repair. She killed herself. Knowing I had nowhere to go, he took advantage of me. Ever since I can remember, he molested me. We lived in this rotten apartment, and I was his slave. Every day I cursed his soul. I swore that I would kill him one day. The cursing didn't change anything. That's when I decided to become a killer. With no money to pay for training, I paid with my body. But to you, I bet that son of a bitch looked like a hard-working family man. That was all an act. He didn't give two shits about cleaning up my life. So I decided to clean it up myself. That's why I do what I do. And I got what I wanted. Killing him in front of your very eyes.
That's my story.
Imagine that. You and I. Brother and sister.
Now you see what I've been through?
Maybe it had to be done. But vengeance begets vengeance.
You're right. Go ahead. Draw.
And it helps us learn what Travis has even actually really been fighting for. It's been revenge this whole time, but he's lost sight of it after all this bloodshed. And this fight is another one that can be pretty rough if you haven't been upgrading. Jean moves fast and she hits hard. Hell, I was fully upgraded by the time I did this fight, and you know, I'm not great at this game or anything, but I was getting hit pretty hard. And as the fight ends, Jean punches a hole in Travis's chest. It's over. That's it. Bye, guys. The No More Hero is dead. I'm just kidding. My goat shows up just in time to save Travis, jumping out of the air and then cutting Jean's arm off. And Jean begs Travis not to kill her. And he says, "I'm sorry, this hurts me too," accepting that he has to kill his opponents. That is the only truth an assassin knows. It's the lesson he's been taught this entire game.
Travis.
I hope your next dream is a more pleasant one. It's over. This is where it all ends. Right, Sylvia?
And he cuts down Jean. And we have a fight against the only other beam katana user in this entire game, Mr. Henry Cooldown, who saves Travis from another assassin. But if you don't get the true ending, the assassin breaks into Travis's bathroom and just you get a Star Wars cutaway instead. And just like the last two bosses I talked about, Henry can fuck you up pretty easily. He can beat Darkstep just as easily as well, though, you know, but it's not too hard of a fight. And I'm just gonna let this ending scene play out for you.
You bastard! Damn it!
That all you got, Travis? Don't make me laugh.
Mind if I ask you something?
Sure.
Why the hell do you call me Travis? Travis, like you're my friend or something. Who the fuck do you think you are?
You can't be serious. All this time you didn't realize.
What are you talking about?
I'm your twin brother.
What the hell? That's the craziest shit I've ever heard. Why would you bring up something like that at the very last minute of the game?
I would have thought you as a player would have at least expected a twist of fate of some kind.
What? And hey, where's Sylvia anyway? She disappeared without a trace. Where the hell is she?
You mean my wife?
What? Wife?
Yes, you know. Spouse, soulmate, Henry's wife. Get the idea?
When did you two get married?
Oh, about 10 years ago. Yeah, that's right. Because we were both in college at the time.
Oh, shit! All news to me. I'm gonna need shock treatment to get over this one.
I'm sorry for all the trouble my wife has caused you. Forgive her.
She caused me some trouble, all right, but it helped me clear up a lot of things.
Ah, you know how women are. Especially my wife. A really big spender. Yeah, she knew my income wasn't enough, so every now and then she'd just disappear.
She's a bad wife, but a good woman.
What? Are you telling me that you and her...
Oh, come on.
But Travis, my brother. We're similar in many ways.
You're right. Suddenly you being my brother doesn't sound so awkward.
Let me ask you, how do you plan to put an end to all of this?
Wait a sec. You want me to tie up all these loose ends? I don't think so.
You're the protagonist. I'm just a cool, handsome foil who happens to be your twin brother. Hate to say it, but it's your job.
I want to bail, but where the hell's the exit?
Oh.
There's no way out, is there? No getting out, right, bro?
That's right. All we can do is keep running.
Then let's find that exit they call paradise. Let's go!
We are Charlie. We still pray. Charlie.
And that's No More Heroes 1. I think No More Heroes 1 is a pretty special game to me. It's the second Suda game I played. And it's just ridiculously memorable. People tend to like No More Heroes a lot, but I also don't even think this is Suda's best work. That probably goes to Flower, Sun, and Rain. But if you made it to this part of the video, truly thank you. It has been a minute since I uploaded. My partner has been encouraging me to upload more and stream more again. So hopefully streams will be back again soon. If you watch my streams, there will be more videos. I already have the next one planned out and working on it currently. I truly do appreciate it. If you can like and subscribe, it would mean the world to me. Comment your thoughts on No More Heroes. Do you hate it? Is Suda a hack fraud? The answer is yes, by the way. I don't care if you like Suda. The answer is yes. That's my goat, though. My goat hack fraud. Truly, though, thank you. I'm glad you made it to this part of the video. You're fucking awesome. And the last thing before I go, be safe, friend. And don't you dare go hollow.